welcome back to the channel. So yeah, I've been away for a very long time, and it's because things have changed in my life, quite drastically. In fact, I no longer have any Funko Pops. Any Funko Pops that I do actually own now are out of box and basically unsellable. So yeah, there is a big change, and the change you can see is behind me actually, because that's what I am now collecting. And I figured, what best way to start off basically resetting my YouTube channel to talk about Blu-rays, and that is by doing a collection video. And that is what it is today. There is 200 plus movies in my collection and growing. We are doing a little bit of a thing though first, is that I don't just own Blu-rays, I do own DVDs, and a lot of it at the moment is very much swip and swap for a Blu-ray. So I'm basically making and building my collection out from DVDs to Blu-ray. And so today is a collection video. Now, these are all movies behind me. All the TV shows I don't have on Blu-ray. They're actually just normal, regular DVDs. Do I ever plan to upgrade to Blu-ray with TV shows? Maybe one day, but I think I just want to sort of fill out the Blu-rays, as you'll see. But we're going to start off with the TV shows, which are over there. Okay, so as I say, under here is all the DVDs that are being turned into Blu-rays. So you're not going to see much of these, because there's going to be a lot of repeats over in the corner over there. But these are the TV shows we're going through today. So we do it like this. It's going to be a little bit better with the Blu-rays when we get to it. But here we have David Tennant's first. Now we have Christopher Eccleston's first series. The only series with Christopher Eccleston back in 2005 when the Doctor Who got revived. Below that is of course the second season, which was David Tennant's first season or series. You can tell I watch a lot of American with the way I speak sometimes. But yeah, that is the second season with David Tennant. Below that we have the third season. This one with Martha Jones. I don't see it getting praised all that much, but I think it has one of the best season finales that Doctor Who's ever had in the trilogy of stories, from Utopia to the Last of the Time Lords. I think it's a great series finale. But talking about series as in general, Donna Noble's season with David Tennant, the complete fourth season right there. I'm going to be saying season for a lot of these, but just because of the way I speak. Anyway, below that we have the complete specials for David Tennant. Again, this is just his swan song. This actual video, before we carry on, just sort of came about from TikTok. Like, I was doing shorts on TikTok and I was going to do a bunch of part ones, part twos and that, and I figured, you know what, why not come back to the fold of YouTube? So yeah, but anyway, moving on, and there is the 50th anniversary for Doctor Who. That is the Day of the Doctor. Brilliant, just brilliant. Couldn't be any better. Apologies for the shake. Next up we have the Time of the Doctor with Matt Smith. This is a brilliant episode. It's Matt Smith's last little swan song. Definitely worth the watch. We will have more Doctor Who. There's like a lot of order differentiate, but I think because these seasons are all just like the rest of them are in order, I suppose. But anyway, next up we have Life on Mars. Life on Mars is a great series, BBC One drama starring John Sim is that going to actually focus there? Yeah, it's focused enough. Featuring John Sim, the master of all people. Brilliant series. And of course the spin-off series, of course, is Ashes to Ashes. 3 seasons of that. and 2 seasons of that. They were going to do another one. I forget the name of it now. Actually had quite an interesting name, but unfortunately they've decided to leave it as it is, which I'm not completely angry about. I'm not happy that, I wish they would have carried on, but unfortunately we got what we got, and that's it. So moving up here, we have the 5th, 6th and 7th season of Matt Smith's Doctor Who era, and again, the show was brilliant as it was when we had these lot, which is not focused. There we go, it's focused again. But then we had these lot, and it was just like, for me personally, it carried on really well. Started to slow down a little bit in the excitement era, but they were all still very decent. So there's the complete 8th season with Peter Capaldi, and of course under that is the 9th season. Don't have anything further. I do want to get the rest, like the Jodie Whittaker era, the 10th season of with Peter Capaldi with Billy as the companion. That is something that will come later on. And then there we've got the 60th anniversary specials from last year. God, it feels weird to say last year because it wasn't that long ago. And of course we got the Christmas special since then, which I don't have. And here we have all 10 seasons of Smallville. I absolutely love Smallville. Smallville is one of my favourite TV shows. It's my favourite superhero show. And that says a lot. I've got one season of one other show that I really love that really contends with Smallville, but I don't have the rest. But Smallville is just one of the best TV shows. I would love to get all these on Blu-ray, but I believe it was only from season 7 that we actually had Blu-ray versions of it. So, yeah, but anywho, love Smallville. Just above Smallville, just here, we have the Lois and Clark series, The Adventures of Lois and Clark, seasons 1 to 4, complete series. Bloody brilliant. I mean, if anything, that paved way for Smallville, and Smallville was just a better version, even though Smallville comes technically before the Superman mythos. But anyway, there it is. Above that, I'm actually going to get this one out. It's a weird one. This is called Ratman. Try and get it to focus. Hang on, let me put it there like that. That's better. Yeah, this was a weird buy. Basically, long story short, is because Mum doesn't like it. Can't really show. Like, I can show little bits of it. Can't show you the full extent of this movie. But, it's a crazy film, and it's the only one of the, what's it called? The Shameless Entertainment lot that I have. I do want to get the rest, but I think I want to go down the Blu-ray route with these. So eventually down the line I will. But these are sort of like horror movies with a little bit of nasty in there. There's nothing particularly nasty about that one. It's just that the kills are pretty decent, and it's pretty rough cut of the film, of course, but because it's not on Blu-ray or anything like that, but you get what you're given in this world. But anyway, over here, yeah, there, we have Arrow seasons 1 to 4 and The Flash season 1. Now, why I don't have the whole collection is because I started late on these, in buying these. Smallville, as you can tell, like, look at season 5. The wear and tear on this is ridiculous. Would I eventually want a bigger, like, the box set of this? Yes. Other TV shows I don't have Yes. Like, I would absolutely love to have the whole of Supernatural, and that is something that I will have again, because I owned it before and sold it because I was stuck for cash. Anyways, but yeah, without Smallville, we wouldn't have had Arrow, and we wouldn't have had The Flash. Like I say, I was just late on the game, and that's why I've only got 4 seasons of Arrow and 1 season of The Flash. Eventually, I will have the whole collection, but I'm thinking, apart from, like, say, 5 seasons of Smallville, so I'd have to just get the box set, the DVD box set of Smallville, rather than the Blu-ray. But Doctor Who would be very easy. Life on Mars is probably, and Ashes to Ashes are going to stuck on DVD, and The Adventures of Superman and Lois. But everything else here could definitely be transferred to Blu-ray. But that is the TV section. So now we go over to the Blu-rays. So these are all, obviously, so this is all the Blu-ray collection. So up here we've got some box sets. So like I say, we've got A Nightmare on Elm Street. You can't go wrong with that box set. It's the basic box set, but, you know, you get all the movies in it. It's cool. There we have the Arrow Video Blu-ray edition of American Werewolf in London. Absolutely brilliant film. One of my all-time favourites, and one of the best werewolf movies, if not the best there has ever been. And then next we've got the Dark Knight trilogy. Now this is the actual first Blu-ray I ever owned, hence the foxing in the corners. So yeah, also I broke one of the discs in there, so I had to replace it. Next up we have Hostel, parts 1, 2 and 3. Just, you know, didn't even realise they did a Blu-ray box set of all of them, because, you know, sometimes you get that. But yeah, you know, 1 and 2 are decent, 3rd one's alright. That's about it. Indiana Jones, The Complete Adventures. This includes this goes all the way up to Crystal Skull. Certainly one box set that's worth having. And again, a recent pickup. Continuing with the recent pickups, these are somewhat in order. I mean, technically speaking, Lion King should be above Mission Impossibles. But this is the 1 to 5 movie box set going up to Rogue Nation. You know, it's a decent box set. The Lion King. The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. And The Lion King 3, Hakuna Matata. I didn't even realise that the 3rd one had a subtitle, to be honest. Mostly from the girlfriend, because she's a big Disney fan. And then moving over here, we've got this Species box set, which is actually MGM's 88 films set. Great little set. So glad I actually own that one, to be honest. And then below here is the X-Men set. Now, interesting story with this. I apologise for the glare as well. You're going to get that slightly during this video. But interesting story with this box set is that when I picked it up, I thought it was the 10 movie collection, which also comes with Dark Phoenix and the New Mutants. This box set does not come with those. The only other one it doesn't come with as well is Logan. But there's only one of those 3 that I'm actually that bothered about, and there's only one of them I have. The other 2 I'll get eventually. But yeah, so we are moving down now to what is essentially the main collection. This is the single DVDs. There are some box sets in here that I don't put above, simply because of the way they are. We'll get to one quite early on in a moment. But anyway, so we have Casino Royale, Daniel Craig's first outing. You might wonder why this is here and not in C section, because these are all alphabetical, by the way. But 007, that is why. Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, Spectre, and No Time to Die. So that's the whole Daniel Craig lot. Don't know why, I thought he did 6. But he's actually only done 5. So, but that one, No Time to Die, See, this is the problem with having box sets above, is it's going to be harder to get out. But this 2 discs collector's edition anyway. But this one just surprised me when it came out. Like, Daniel Craig has been a brilliant James Bond. Like, I watched Casino Royale recently. Was it a great film? No. But it was still pretty decent. This one really did surprise me in what they did, especially at the end. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but that is a brilliant movie. There will be some minor spoilers here and there in this video, but yeah, brilliant. Then we've got 10 Cloverfield Lane. I love this movie. John Goodman in this is he's just brilliant. Did he win any awards? I don't think he won any awards for it. And oh god, her name always. She's got a 3-barrel name. And I always forget. Is it there? Can I see? John Goodman. Come on, where are you? Mary Elizabeth Winstead, of course. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Great actress. And just an all-round great movie. So, yeah. Next up, 17 again. Nothing much to say. Some of these I'll go through them quick. It's, enjoyable comedy. 21 Jump Street, another enjoyable comedy that I was not expecting to love as much as I did. Got to get 22 Jump Street at some point. 2001: A Space Odyssey. I've yet to watch this. This is just one of those films that have been on my list for quite some time now, and I've got to watch it soon. We have 2012, classic apocalypse style film, like end of the world type thing. Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Why have I got this? Because I wanted all the Nightmare on Elm Street films. Blech. Enough said. We got here, like I said about the box sets not all being up there, it's because of this slimline. Alien Collection. Love most of the films. Covenant is questionable. The third one, I get on with it a lot more now than I used to, but it still isn't one of my favourites. Resurrection is a guilty pleasure of mine. Next up, we've got Alien vs. Planet. Alien vs. Predator. Trying to get my words out today. Good film. Alien vs. Predator Requiem. Not as good. Completionist. Remember, I must have them all. Anchorman 2. Love these films. That was initially, I think this was initially a 2-pack. I think. I could be wrong, but I think it was, and I think that the box just got a little bit smashed in on one of the moves, so I think I moved it, so removed the box like kind of thing. Avatar. Yet to get Away of Water. Yet to get The Way of Water. Not too interested in that one, to be honest. Avengers Assemble. Avengers Age of Ultron, underrated. Avengers Infinity War, the best movie. Endgame, love it. Next up, what we got here? Beauty and the Beast, the live action version. Another one for the girlfriend. She's a big Disney fan. That is pretty much all the... Beetlejuice, absolutely brilliant. Cannot wait for the sequel. Oh, that's another thing. Where is it? There you are. That Alien Romulus is coming out this year. So, we've got some interesting films coming out this year. Beetlejuice 2 is one of them. Michael Keaton's coming back. Who else is coming back? I believe she's coming back. Is that Ali Baldwin? If that's Ali Baldwin, I don't think he's coming back. Winona Ryder, definitely coming back. General Ortega is going to be in this sequel. I apologise if at any point I've come away from looking. It's just the way I'm recording. But anyway, yeah, looking forward to Beetlejuice 2. Bill and Ted's Most Excellent Collection. 3-movie collection. First 2 are brilliant. Third one's okay. It's nothing to cry about. It's not that bad. It's not that good. But a great collection of movies nonetheless. Black Swan. I'm yet to watch this fully. I've watched some scenes, but you know, Natalie Portman, Mila Kunis, Vincent Castle. You can't go wrong with that kind of cast. Yeah. So I look forward to watching that. Then we've got the Blair Witch Project and Blair Witch. I love this set of films. There is a sequel. There was a straight up sequel, Blair Witch Project 2, I think. But who needs that in the trilogy box set when you know those two actually do connect? I don't think the second one has anything to do with either of the others. Next up we have Bohemian Rhapsody. Interesting fact about me with biopics is that I think Rocket Man works better as a biopic than Bohemian Rhapsody. And that's just simply because it's a musical. I think the musical aspect actually makes the film better. But yeah, good film nonetheless. Then here we have Bumblebee. Great movie. Wish the other Transformers movies were a bit more like that. But yeah, still great movie nonetheless. Here we have Babadook. This is a great horror film, but unfortunately I do think it's a little bit overhyped. It's not the best thing ever, but it's not the worst thing. Still enjoy it. These are I think these are a bit all over the place with the bees. I've got to rearrange some of these. Back to the Future trilogy. Again, absolutely love this. I will maybe one day trade this up for the 4K version, but for now, I'm sticking with the Blu-ray. Absolutely love those films. Basic Instinct. Raunchy end of this collection I've got here. Susan Sarandon, famous scene. Michael Douglas is a great actor all around anyway. But this film is very decent, actually, to be honest. Nice little crime thriller. Here we have the Batman 4-movie box set. Interesting thing here is that I think that the 89 Batman, Michael Keaton, is the best Batman movie. Out of all of them, and that includes one that we're going to talk about in a moment, but this, for me, is the one. It's just a fun... I mean, you know, obviously they get really goofy later on. And you could argue that only one of these three films are actually decent. Although I do kind of like the Val Kilmer one. Batman Forever. But, yeah. You know, they're all watchable. Just that Batman and Robin is a little bit more laughable watchable. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, Ultimate Edition. What can I say? Like, you know, this is the much loved film. The fact that they got rid of the Man of Steel himself, Superman, in their second movie is questionable. You don't get rid of Superman after 2 films. I swear, John Gunn, if you get rid of Superman in Superman Legacy, I'm going to go mad. But yeah, and that would set the record. Here we have, of course, no. The Batman, like I say, a little bit overrated, but still a very good movie. And it's a great Batman movie. Next up, original Candyman, Tony Todd. Can't go wrong. Is it Virginia Madsen? You know, better than what this one was, which is the remake. I hope you can see these alright. Just in case you didn't see it properly. Yeah, but this one, alright. Then we have Arrow Video's Carrie on Blu-ray. I'll tell you on Blu-ray, they're all on Blu-ray. This is a great movie. This one, I actually really enjoy. Not as much as this one. This one is always better than this one. It always will be. But this one over this one. But yeah, not too bad. Chloe Grace Moretz, Julianne Moore, you know, you can't go wrong with those actresses. It's a decent watch. Chernobyl Diaries, nice little horror film. Does go a bit airy at the end. Chronicle, a great superhero found footage movie. This is absolutely brilliant. I remember watching this for the first time in theatres. This was one of the few films that I remember watching in theatres for the first time. When did it come out? 2012. So, actually, yeah. So I'm probably wrong there. Because I went to see a lot more movies than just that. But yeah, great movie. Nonetheless. Cloverfield. Another great one. Found footage again, actually. Yeah, 2 found footage movies together. This is one of my favourite horror movies. It's one of my favourite found footage. Blair Witch Project is second best to this. Paranormal Activity is on par with this for me. Paranormal Activity is one of them guilty pleasure series. But Cloverfield, great movie. Cloverfield Paradox, not as much. I remember when this came out, and it was like an instant Netflix film. Which I thought was crazy to me. That they were like, you know, here's a Super Bowl, here's a trailer for a movie, and guess what? You can watch it right now on Netflix. Funny. But anyway, Con Air, absolute classic 80s action movie. Was it 90s? Is it 80s or 90s? yeah. I'm looking on the back of it, but it probably won't tell me actually what the specific dates or years are. No, I can't see a year on this, but yeah, this is an absolutely brilliant movie. Nonetheless. Next up, another one for the girlfriend. Actually, I really enjoy it. Is Cruella. This is actually a really good movie. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. These movies are amazing. I always grew up watching the original series. Like the first one, which started with Charlton Heston, not the Mark Wahlberg one. I grew up on those ones. And then when they were revealing that they were doing more, and I was like, Mark Wahlberg one didn't do too well. Can they really do that well with these ones? Oh my god. Rise, Dawn, and War. And we've got Kingdom coming out this year. I so hope they are up there with those three. I really do with the new one. Here we have Deadpool. And of course, Deadpool 2 Supercut. Deadpool 3 is coming out. Ooh, Hugh Jackman's back. Yeah, these movies are just, they're pure pleasure. They're pure gold. So now we are on the second row of what is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So yeah, we're not too far out. My God, some of these boxes. Anyway. Yeah. Pikachu, Detective Pikachu, great movie. Ryan Reynolds voices Pokemon. He voices. Who did he voice? Pikachu. Yeah. I just said the film as well. I hope I said. Did I say Detective Pokemon or Detective Pikachu? VAR on that. But anyway. Dirty Dancing 20th anniversary. I think I brought this just because nostalgia out of my mom. But yeah, not a bad movie. Just not one I normally watch. Donkey Punch, rough movie to watch. It was half decent, but you know. Don't Breathe. This is a great movie. I'm not a fan of what they did with the second one, to be honest. Some people are, some people aren't. It's a bit Marmite. I love this film. This film is a favourite of mine. Drag Me to Hell. I didn't realise when I brought this that the case was so messed up. But yeah, Drag Me to Hell, a great movie. Sam Raimi. Justin Long's in there. You got a woman on the front there that I forget her name. Alison Lohman. Is it Alison Lohman? Yeah, it is. But you know, you got the horrible bitch with the button. But yeah, my dad has a fear of buttons, so this film, this film just rolls him up with the button. Dune. I am yet to watch this, which might surprise a lot of people, because I really do kind of like these kind of films when they're adapted, and they're adapted well. And this one's apparently adapted really well. This is the part 1 though. Part 2 comes out in March, I believe. Me and the girlfriend are going to see this on the 9th of February in my local cinema. So we're going to actually wait until then to watch it. Next up, we got E.T. Absolutely brilliant movie. My girlfriend can't stand this. I don't know what it is. She cannot stand E.T. For me, E.T. is one that I grew up on, and I love it. Elvis, one I watched recently, really good. Austin Butler and Tom Hanks absolutely knock it out of the park with those characters. Evil Dead trilogy, Evil Dead 2013 remake, and Evil Dead Rise. There is not a single film in this collection of movies that goes wrong. I love every single one of these movies. You know, Evil Dead 2 is still my favourite and will always be my favourite. You know, you can't go wrong. It's one of the few franchises in the horror realm that actually sticks the landing every time. Expendables 1 and 2, Expendables 3, nice little action series. Wasn't a fan of 4, so that's definitely not going in the collection anytime soon. Exorcist, absolutely brilliant movie. Yes, this should be one that I should have on 4K, but at the moment I've only got Blu-ray players, so they don't do 4K. They do 4K upscaling, but I don't think they actually do a physical 4K, which is a shame because there's the Weird Science 4K is in my local CEX. Yes, it's £22, but it's 4K, but I would absolutely love to own that. But yeah, Exorcist, brilliant movie. Face Off. This is again another one that I grew up on because of my mum. She's a big fan. This is her all-time favourite movie. And it's one of my favourites, to be honest. Faculty. Faculty is an absolute classic. This guy was in Josh Hartnett. This is Josh Hartnett, isn't it? Yeah, Josh Hartnett. The only two films I could think of for years with him in it was this and H2O. He was recently in Oppenheimer. He played a really good role in Oppenheimer as well. He was surprising. Here we have Fame, the original movie, and the 2004, 2003, 2005, something like that. 2009. God, shows how much I'm off. 2007, 8, 9, I think it was, actually. Whenever it was. I'm bambling here. But yeah, I actually sometimes do prefer the newer one, but it's just dead to the music. Fantastic Four, I love these films. Silver Surfer is not that bad. Yeah, it has its problems, but it's not that bad. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, absolutely brilliant. The Bueller edition. No, it's not the Bueller. It's the Bueller edition. Don't even think they ever made a Bueller. Because if they made a Bueller, would they have made a Bueller? That got away from me for a little bit. Anyway, The Fifth Element, absolutely brilliant movie. The Flash, it is what it is, but I enjoy it. The Fly, Jeff Goldblum. This is the David Cronenberg version, which does Jeff Goldblum in it, doesn't it? Yes, and Gina Davis. Absolutely brilliant film. You know what? I haven't watched that in years. I might watch that tonight. Here we have Forrest Gump. This is another one I haven't actually watched yet. So down the line I will. Free Guy. Love this movie. Ryan Reynolds, Jodie Comer, Taika Waititi, and you've got the guy who plays Steve in Stranger Things. Absolutely brilliant movie. Friday the 13th collection. These are some, again, this is a franchise that's a little bit all over the place for me. These two films, I think, they have a lot of hate for. I actually really enjoy these. Guilty pleasures. Freddy vs. Jason, half decent, early 2000s movie. And then the remake, which I think is still... This and the Texas Chainsaw remake are probably the best out of the remakes. I actually really enjoy this. They do a little bit of a carbon copy towards the end. No, that's not Friday the 13th. But they do some stuff in there that is a little bit copycat, a little bit new. Here we have The Fugitive. You know, this is actually a great film. My wife was murdered by a man with only one hand. Get Out. Was it one leg? Anyway, Get Out, Jordan Peele movie. Absolutely brilliant. And Daniel Kaluuya. Is it Daniel Kaluuya or is it the other one? Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya. I think is how you pronounce it. He's an absolutely great actor. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Original, classic. And then you got the lady Ghostbusters. You know, I actually really enjoy this movie. Is it brilliant? No, but it's worth a watch. It's worth decent. You know, I think it's half decent. Godzilla. This is another one that's hated by my girlfriend. I really like it though. But yeah, Godzilla. Not that version. It's Matthew. That's the Godzilla. Where Godzilla comes from is the Matthew Broderick version. That's not the Matthew Broderick. That's the Bryan Cranston, Elizabeth Olsen, Aaron Taylor Johnson movie. Great movie. Godzilla vs. Kong. Again, you know, it's half decent. It was a decent watch. And it's nice to see that, like, that they've really grown the franchise out. Because the first few films in the franchise was a little bit weak. Like, you go from this to this, and I think it's that night and day in the difference. But I still enjoy Godzilla. Godzilla. The Goonies. Absolute must-own Rich Donner movie. Absolutely brilliant. Gravity on 3D. This cover is one of my favourites. There is only one cover I think beats it, and we'll get to that eventually. But yeah, great movie. The Greatest Showman. One of the best musicals ever. I do want to get some more musicals in my collection. Gremlins 1 and 2. Great movies. Not much else I can say. Hairspray. Another great musical. This is the 2-disc Shake and Shimmy edition, baby. Yeah, but this is like, you know, I always lump Hairspray with the High School Musical in the sense that, like when I was watching Hairspray, I was watching a High School Musical. So, yeah. And next up, we got, of course, the original Halloween, the absolute best of the bunch. Then you got 2, 3, 4, which is in a funny cover because it's not English, but I can still watch it in English. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you got 9, 10, 11 with the Rob Zombie ones out of it. Yeah, no, I don't really want them anywhere near these ones. Don't like the Rob Zombie ones, to be honest. Next up, we got Hancock. This is a great movie. Absolutely underrated. One of Will Smith's best, in my opinion. Here we got Hangover Part 2 and Hangover Part 3. Still need to get Part 1. Part 1 is an absolute must-buy at some point. But yeah. We are now moving on to the third of 5 rows. So we aren't doing too badly. And guess what? This is the fun part now because I'm sitting down. So if you do hear the chair, I apologise. So yeah, here we are. Also, the camera work's probably going to change a little bit here as well. Probably a little, funny enough, a little bit more relaxed when you're standing up. But anyway, yeah, here we go. So, again, I'm going to just rush through a few of these. Happy Death Day. You know, it's a great little horror movie. I do still want Happy Death Day 2, even though it's not the best of movies. And it's not the best sequel ever, but oh well. Hereditary. This is an absolutely brilliant horror movie. You know what? It took 2 goes for me to get used to this. I don't know. I don't know if it was just me getting used to a different kind of horror. Technically speaking, Babadook is that kind of horror. They're elevated. But yeah. Great movie nonetheless. Here we have Hook. This is an absolutely brilliant movie as well. You know, Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman, Julia Roberts is in this. I always forget Julia Roberts plays Tinkerbell. There she is there. I always forget that. But yeah, brilliant movie. Hot Fuzz. This is absolutely brilliant as well. I love Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. The what do they call it? The Cornetto? Yes, Cornetto trilogy is absolutely one of the best trilogies out there, and it's not even an intended trilogy kind of thing. Talk about intended trilogies that weren't really intended to be in trilogy, but is still a trilogy, and a shocking trilogy, if you ask me. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I watched the first one last night, and upon rewatching, it is not the best to rewatch, honestly. But still, nonetheless, it's half decent. The second one, I remember, on the island isn't all that great. And then you get the third one, which I think they turned him into a ghost demon thing or whatever it was. Yeah, I can't ever understand that. I Am Legend, another of Will Smith's greats. And actually, next to that, another I for Will Smith, I, Robot. I remember, again, these are two films I lump together in life when I think about I, Robot. I think of I Am Legend. I think I Am Legend came out a little bit after I, Robot, if I remember right. Yeah, I Am Legend was 2007. So I'm going to guess. And Shia LaBeouf was in I, Robot as well, which 2004. Yeah, so there's about 3 years apart from them. But I always lump them together as Will Smith movies. It could just be because they both start with I. But yeah, great movies nonetheless. The Impossible, a young Tom Holland there. Great movie. This is a Ewan McGregor movie. This is honestly one of those brilliant, shocking movies. And honestly, I enjoy it thoroughly. Here's another one I really enjoy thoroughly, and that is Interstellar. This is great. The ending does fumble a little bit, but honestly, Matthew McConaughey is brilliant in that. It's one of his best. And here we have as well Inception. Remember me saying there's one other cover that beats what was it? Gravity. Yeah, it's this one. It's a similar style of cover with that sound. But, I don't know, it's just that wave of is it a dream? Or is it real? Or is it a dream? Or is it real? So that bit like that works really well. But yeah, silly me. Here we have Stephen King's It. This is the Tim Curry edition. This is really tight here. I might have to do a bit of rearranging. Yeah. There we go. That should make it a little bit easier now. Yeah, Stephen King's It. This is the Tim Curry edition. And then you've got the Bill Skarsgård. Is it Bill? I don't know why I always go and say Bill and think maybe it's his dad or his brother I'm saying, but it's a Skarsgård. Chapter 2. I haven't got Chapter 1. I thought I did. But no, I've only got Chapter 2, so eventually we'll get that. It Follows, another great horror. One that's a little bit different. Tried something new. Jaws. Brilliant movie. Can't say more about it. Jennifer's Body. I love this movie. This is such a weird movie with Megan Fox, but it's such a great one at the same time. Absolutely love it. John Wick. You killed my dog. You killed my dog? Yeah, I know. I'm not good at accents. But yeah. Great movie, another one that the girlfriend isn't a fan of. But that's fine, not everyone can love the same thing. It'd be so boring if we did. But anyway, Joker. Joaquin Phoenix. Robert De Niro. This is actually one that I only recently watched. And when I say recently, past 2 months, absolutely loved it. Looking forward to the new one. However, it's not really needed. So yeah. Still really good film. Jurassic Park trilogy. Yeah, again, another classic. You can't go wrong with Jurassic Park. Jurassic World. Great movie. Still got to get Fallen Kingdom and Dominion. but that's down the line. Justice League, Zack Snyder version. This is the only version of this movie I want in the collection. Absolutely brilliant. Kick-Ass! Kick-Ass 2! Great movies. Second one's alright. Not as good as the first. Kingsman Secret Service and Kingsman Golden Circle. These are great movies. Typical British thriller? Crime thriller? No, crime comedy. I don't know what you'd put it in. It's definitely comedy, but anyway. Les Mis, great musical. Too long. Life of Pi. Yet to watch this. Still, it's just been one that's been on my radar for years, and I just have never watched it. Edge of Tomorrow. Live, Die, Repeat. Whatever you want to call it. This is a great movie. Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt, at their best. Wonderful. I need to watch that again soon. Logan. This is an absolute brilliant. Remember up here when we said about the X-Men movies? Well, this is where Logan comes into it again. This is the only one that I was that bothered about. I still want to get New Mutants and Dark Phoenix, but this is the one I wanted. Mamma Mia. This is a great movie. Still want to get Mamma Mia, here we go again. But yeah, I love that musical. Man of Steel. This is a great Superman movie. It's a shame about the ending. It's a shame what he does to Russell Crowe's Zod. No, not Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe's Jor-El. Michael Shannon's Zod. Sorry. But great film nonetheless. And then here we have Mary Poppins. 50th anniversary. This is a great movie. Again, it is one that the girlfriend loves. It's one of the favourites. But you know what? I really enjoy it as well. Just not as much as her. The Mask. Smoking. Classic. Yeah, this is absolute classic movie. Jim Carrey at his best, in my personal opinion. Mean Girls. This is like the original Mean Girls, the one that started it all. Tina Fey, Lindsay Lohan. 15th anniversary Self-Fetch edition. Yeah, really, really good movie. The new one wasn't half bad. Just it missed out some beats. Megan. This is actually one of the better movies of the last year. I've seen YouTubers that are like, don't get why you like it. Can't understand why people like it. You're all wrong. I actually stopped watching that very YouTuber for saying that. Because, everyone has their own opinion. But when you're saying, I can't understand why people like it, you're wrong. Saying that you're wrong, it's your opinion. And he's there, he likes to start his videos saying, it's just my opinion. Yeah, it is just your opinion. But when you're saying that other people's opinions are wrong, you can't say that. But anyway, Men in Black Trilogy. Great set of movies. I really enjoy Part 3. Whoever hated it gets. Midsommar. This is a great movie. This is undoubtedly, I don't know why people say that it's one of A24's worst. I don't get it. Mimic. Director's cut. This is one I haven't watched in years. And I need to watch it soon. Because I actually don't remember it all that well, but I just remember watching it. It's all. Minority Report. Another Tom Cruise classic. These Blu-rays don't like to stay. Mission Impossible Fallout. Great movie. The Mist. I love this film. Thomas Jane. I think as well that wasn't one that got loved all that much, but I actually really enjoy it. The Mummy. This is an absolute classic. These films growing up were just on repeat constantly. He's another one I really love is National Treasure. I need to get National Treasure 2 because I really enjoyed National Treasure 2 as well. They did a TV show, wasn't very good. Night of the Demon. Interesting story with this one. Also, the cover's missing. I did have the cover for this. It's a massive cover as well. I have lost it. Or chucked it away. Rubbish. Anyway. Mistake with this one was I thought it was Night of the Demons. Not Night of the Demon. I should have known based on the case and the cover and that. But actually, I watched it not too long ago and I actually really enjoyed it. Not too bad. So that's what, like, the fourth 88 films that we've come across today. So, you know. But yeah, I really enjoy it when the 88 films are our video. They're really decent. Nope. You know. Well, it's a good film. We'll leave it at that. Oh, I have rearranged the others. This is a good one as well. This is like Nicole Kidman. This is, I don't know. I mean, this is a really weird, interesting ghost story. I've not watched it in years. Really good, though. Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim is a really good film. Not too big of a fan of the second one and didn't really need a sequel, but it's still very much worthy. Paranormal Activity. This is a series of guilty pleasures. I love these movies. This and Part 3 are the only ones I actually own. So, yeah. As you can see next to that as well is Paul, another great Nick Frost and Simon Pegg outing. Yeah, they do great, some really good films. Okay, so here we are on the one but last row. We're getting there. My arm is killing me, but we are getting there. So first up we have Pearl. This is a great movie, honestly. This is one I only recently caught as well in the last 2-3 months. And it's a great sequel to X without being a specific sequel. It's more of a prequel, but it's loosely connected as a prequel. Just based on one of the characters. But it's an absolutely brilliant movie. Piranha 3D and Piranha 3 Double D. I'll show that one quick. You didn't even see the first one, did you? I was on the wrong row then, sorry. Piranha 3D. Piranha 3 Double D. I'm showing that more than I need to. Don't want to show that stuff. Pitch Perfect. Pitch Perfect 2. Really enjoyable comedy musicals. I need to get Pitch Perfect 3. Power Rangers. I really love this movie. Yeah, you know, Iron Man. Where's my suit's gone? But yeah, I really enjoy it. Predator, the original with Schwarzenegger, really good movie. Predators, another really good movie. Underrated, I think. I still need to get a lot of the other ones. Pulp Fiction, a great Tarantino movie. Quiet Place, 1 and 2. I really love this movie. These movies are just great. I cannot wait for day one. Coming out this year. Ready Player One. This is another great Steven Spielberg movie. Not much to say about that. Resident Evil 4 collection. This is the 4 movie collection. I still need to get, I think it's Retribution and the final chapter. Just to you know, get the rest of the Resident Evils. And also Welcome to Raccoon City. Not a great movie, but still enjoyable to a certain extent. So yeah. R.I.P.D. Nice little comedy, crime, drama thing. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. This is absolutely brilliant. We touched on that earlier, so I won't talk about it much now. Romeo and Juliet, the Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes version. Brilliant. Rosemary's Baby. Still yet to watch this. Another one that I think I'm going to watch tonight. And I'm a big fan of Mia Farrow. She's a great actress. Salem's Lot. Absolutely brilliant. Watched this with my dad. Many years ago. Many moons ago. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Absolutely classic. Got some great superhero actors in there as well. Like Chris Evans. Brandon Routh's in there as well. Mary Elizabeth Winstead again. But yeah, great movie. Scream trilogy. I'm sorry if I keep going a little bit above, but yeah, it's just the comfort thing. Scream trilogy, great movie series. Scream 4, Scream 5, still yet to get to Scream 6. The stuff around Scream. Yeah, it's not going to be the same. Anyway, 7, absolutely brilliant Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman movie. I love it. Shaun of the Dead, instant classic. Yeah, again, Cornetto trilogy is absolutely amazing. The Shining, great Stanley Kubrick movie. Great movie all round. Great book. The book is definitely better than the movie to a certain extent. In the fact that there are certain parts that are better than others. Silence of the Lambs, even, sorry. Yeah, this is a really great horror movie. There goes. That was a very sinister drop. Oh, look what film it is. Yeah, I was going to put it straight back in then. Yeah, this is a great movie. Not one of my favourites, but still enjoyable. 16 Candles. This one I only recently watched, and oh my god. This is, you can clearly see the influence on American Pie with the John Hughes films, the coming of age, lose your virginity style movies. This is just, honestly, it was an absolute joy from start to end and surprised me thoroughly. Here, we're going to get through these quickly, simply because of how many there are, but we've got Spider-Man 1, Tobey Maguire, Willem Dafoe, Spider-Man 2, includes both versions. Oh yeah, wasn't it Spider-Man 2.5? And it had the extended versions. But anyway, Alfred Molina, great as Doc Ock. And then you got Venom. That they knew that they did wrong, that even on the Blu-ray, they only have Spider-Man on the covers, even if it's the two versions. Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, brilliant set of films. Homecoming and Far From Home. Interesting. And No Way Home, of course. Interesting story with these. These actually came as a 2-pack. I brought it as a trilogy. Came as a 2-pack, sellotape together. Really surprised me. And then, of course, we got Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse. These two films are absolutely brilliant. I love a good Spider-Man film. I do. I really do. Split. This is absolutely brilliant. I think it's possibly up there as being one of M. Night Shyamalan's best. And I've probably butchered his name, but whatever. Another Claire Danes film here. Stardust. This is Charlie Cox as well. This was like pre-Daredevil Charlie Cox. Robert De Niro's also in there and Michelle Pfeiffer. Great movie. Lots of fun. Here we have a trilogy of Star Trek. Star Trek Into Darkness, and Star Trek Beyond. I can't really say much more about these films. Really good films. Supergirl. Interesting film. Not the best. Ellen Slater, Faye Dunaway, Peter O'Toole. I was going to say Peter Capaldi then. It is not the 12th Doctor. But no, Peter O'Toole. I grew up on this film. So, when I watch it, it's nostalgia. It's not because I love the film. It's just empty nostalgia. But yeah, it's half decent. Superman box set. Should that really be in front of Supergirl? Technically, yes, but alphabetically, no. I love all of these Superman movies, to be honest. I'm one of those people. I'm a weirdo when it comes to Superman movies. Except for Returns. I'm nowhere near the Blu-ray box set, am I? Sorry about that. Except for Returns. Yeah, but love it. Great movie. Then we have Taken. I will find you, and I will kill you. Liam Neeson doing his Liam Neeson thing. Talk to me. This is honestly one of the best horror movies ever. Like, last year was it was an interesting year for horror movies to a certain extent. You had Scream 6, which, it's a good movie, but the ending ruined it. It was very cringy ending, very Scooby-Doo ending. But yeah, that is a great movie. America. Yeah, Team America, Will Police. First steelbook I actually have. You probably can't tell, but yeah, no, you can't tell, but yeah, this is the first steelbook I ever had. So lonely, so sadly and lonely alone. But yeah, a great movie. Ted, I love Ted. I love Ted 2. I need to get Ted 2. Simple as. Terminator 2. I need to get a lot of the other ones. But for now, Terminator 2 and Terminator Salvation are the only ones I have in the Terminator box sets. Okay, so now we are moving on to what is the endgame. Last row of movies. So let's go. Here we have Terrifier 1 and 2. Great horror movies. The second one's better than the first. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is actually a really great movie. I still need to get the newer ones. Like the remake, the 2003 remake, I think it was. But yeah. Titanic. I absolutely love Titanic. Leo and Kate smash this at the park. How can you not love Titanic? The Thing, this 2-movie box set, I loved the original growing up, watching it with my dad. And my mum, I think my mum's watched it as well. I'll have to double check that, but I'm sure my mum has watched it as well. But yeah, great movie. Both of them are great. Mary Elizabeth Winstead again in the second one, which was a prequel. My dad always thought it was a sequel. I said to him, no, it's a prequel. Watch it and see why. But yeah. Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick, the 2-movie collection. I have not yet seen these movies. I know. But yeah, definitely on my list of absolutely to watch. So I need to do like a list of films that I need to watch and just have a sit down one week and just watch, pick a day for each film. Total Recall, another steelbook. This was the second steelbook I got. These are the only 2 steelbooks, this and Team America. I wasn't really going to get... Ooh, I dropped it. I wasn't really going to get steelbooks, but I do really like them. And they're a little bit more stable, which is always good. We've got the Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, and Toy Story 3. Great set of movies. Toy Story 4 is alright. Transformers 3-movie collection. It is Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, and Dark of the Moon. They're alright. I do enjoy a good Transformers movie, but they went really shit. Let's face it. Rise of the Beast wasn't that bad. Here we have the Transporter 1 and 2. These are ones that, again, I watched with my dad, my mum, my sister. Some decent movies. I need to re-watch them though. I haven't watched them in ages. Kevin Bacon, Tremors. Absolutely brilliant horror creature flick. Just too many. They spawned too many sequels. Truth or Dare. This was a weird pickup, simply because it's got nothing to do with this version. By the way, I do like these versions. I do like these films. This is just a weird pickup because this is one that it was just a random one that me and my sister looked at once on DVD. And we're like, you know what, should we give this a go? And it's actually a really half-decent revenge film. but I never even knew they did a Blu-ray version. And then we've also got the aria from Pretty Little Liars. Oh, why can't I never remember her name? Tyler Posey's doing this as well from Teen Wolf. Which, I love Teen Wolf. There he is. Tyler Posey. I love Teen Wolf. Why can't I remember her name? Lucy Hale. Lucy Hale. Thank you. You've also got Jesse Quick in there from The Flash. I couldn't tell you anybody else that's in there. But yeah, not bad. Not good, but not bad. Speaking of not good but not bad, the Twilight Saga, this is Twilight, New Moon and Eclipse, and then Breaking Dawn Part 1 and Breaking Dawn Part 2. Don't ask me why I've got them in the collection, but I actually have had a kick of Twilight. I want to actually watch them again after so many years. Twins, I absolutely love this movie. This is an absolute classic by, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito. Really love that movie. Uncharted. Again, this is an enjoyable one, but I played the video games. The video games are way better. They push a lot from the video games into this game. This is very much more of the A Thief's End, in the sense that, a lot of the story is taken from that one. But you still have beats from all the other games as well, like the plane scene and that. But it's it's a half decent movie. It's not brilliant. Unfortunately, I will not do anything else with them. Underworld, Kate Beckinsale, and Scott Speedman. I actually don't know who Scott Speedman is. I do not know. Is Scott Speedman the werewolf in it that she sort of falls in love with? It must be. But these films are actually really good, and I want to get the rest of them. I really do love the Underworld movies. Us. Jordan Peele, another great one. Not as good as Get Out, but better than Nope. Usual Suspects, classic. Kevin Bacon, Naughty Man. But yeah. V for Vendetta, this is an absolutely brilliant movie. I really love V for Vendetta. Oh, look, I'm dropping them. Yeah, that just shows that this last one is like really... There's not enough to fill the actual row. And it's because you used to have the box sets at the end, and I changed them all the way up there. So I might have to put a couple of the box sets down here. But I'm starting to get too many box sets. But anyway, VHS. This is an half-decent film, to be honest. One of those found footage style, multi-story set. Van Helsing, an absolute must. This is another Kate Beckinsale. And Hugh Jackman, absolute classic werewolf vampire movie. Venom and Venom Let There Be Carnage. I really enjoy these movies, and I cannot wait for Venom 3. They get a lot of hate. I don't think they deserve as much hate as they get. They're not perfect, don't get me wrong, but Violent Night. David Harbour of Stranger Things fame. Absolutely brilliant film. Lots of gore. If you like a film where you want to see Santa basically kill a lot of people with a lot of gore, that's the movie to go for. Wanted. This is James McAvoy, Morgan Freeman and Angelina Jolie. Absolute classic movie. Oh, hang on. This is in the same area as Van Helsing because you've got the perfect high definition experience. I bet it was just about the time that Universal started doing it. War of the Planet... I need to stop doing that. War of the Planet of the Apes. Absolutely brilliant movie. We've already touched on those. War of the Worlds. This is another one of Tom Cruise's classics that is an absolute must-watch. Watchmen. I have some thoughts on this. Is it perfect? No. But it's a half-decent movie. That's all I've got to say. Patrick Wilson's in there as well. The Witch. I've had a bit of a on your Taylor-Joy kick recently. I hope I've got that name right. I do think I have. But The Witch and Split and Menu and New Mutants, they're like ones that I've recently watched, and it's all because of her. Next up, we have Wizard of Oz. This is an absolute classic. I've never watched it all the way through, so I'm looking forward to watching that all the way through. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That's all, folks. Now, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Absolutely brilliant, classic. Can't say much more about it. Wonder Woman, not Linda Carter. Yeah, it's all right. I don't know. I'm not really into that old style war movie type thing, but ayo. To each is their own, right? World War Z is an absolutely okay film. Now, it's an alright film. It's, was it based on the video game, or did the video game come after? The video game came after, and it has nothing to do with the movie. But yeah, it's a decent movie. It's a decent Brad Pitt flick. Paramount. Here we go. X. X is an absolute brilliant movie. This is Maya Goth. It's Ty West. Pearl, which we talked about earlier, is the prequel to this. But Mia Goth plays 2 parts in this movie. And it's absolutely brilliant. Jenna Ortega's in this as well. But yeah, and Brittany Snow, like you've never seen her before. So yeah, this is an absolute brilliant horror movie. And I'm so glad I ended up watching it. And last but certainly not least, at least not with the first one of these, Zombieland. 2-movie collection. This is Zombieland and Zombieland Double Tap. Is that what they called it? Yeah, Double Tap. What is it? Okay. Answer me this. Maybe it's just recency bias on the basis of the Blu-ray and DVD producers and all that. Why is Zombieland not on the top? Why is Double Tap there and then Zombieland's there? And they do it on the front covers all the time. It's like, that is the first one. That's the second one. Why's the second one at the top? It really riles me up. It really does, because there's another one. Where is it? Here we are, look. Far From Home. Homecoming. Homecoming should be there, and Far From Home should be there. I don't know. It kind of bugs me. It's a little small grind of mine. But anyway, that is my Blu-ray collection video complete. So there we have it. First video back, and it's a hell of a one to do, actually. To try and get people to come and have a look and see what I've got. But there it is anyway. Thanks for watching. We'll see you hopefully soon. The aim is to do sort of upgrade videos, talk about some lists, but really sort of moving forward, I want this channel to be a little bit more about the movies and TV shows rather than video games, Funko Pops. Movie reviews are still going to be sticking around, and I'm hoping to get back into that. I'm going to be looking to actually see a lot more movies during the year. So hopefully, basically by the end of the year, we're going to have more videos.